Hello everybody, it's Mimberly. Welcome back to the channel. We're going to do another Just Chatting today because I want to do a little catch up with you guys because I've not really been posting these last couple of days and I'm really sorry for that. But one, I wanted to talk about why. Two, provide an update on this Valko situation and what I'm doing with regards to lads. And thirdly, I wanted to talk about some better news being double upload month for August. So, get some snacks, get some hydration because we're chatting. Let's get the depressing side out of the way first, being the current state of love in Deepspace. So, for those of you who have not been seeing the latest updates, a lot of you guys are still keeping up the rallies to get Valko back, and I am genuinely so proud of everyone here that we're still pushing. We are going longer than the CN crazies, and we're not going to stop, and I'm still going to continue to push to get him. But there have been a lot of speculation with regards to like what's going on at the moment. I think the last I'd heard, the latest update was that they had located somebody who was driving the anti-behavior, which led to Valko's cancellation, and apparently they have like issued something to them to basically deal with some sort of legal action. I don't know too much about that, and that's not confirmed, but that's the latest that I heard. And I've also heard that I'm just looking at some of the comments here as well, being that apparently one of the official CN government news sites like posted an article which basically cleared Valko or Valko's name of accusations against insulting the CN. So hopefully that would be the case. There have also been a few people mentioning that then they could be doing something, or like Infold could potentially be leaving China and doing something similar to what Hoyoverse did, being moving to another country. This would require a restructure obviously, but it could mean that Valko should be safe. And there's also been news that data miners did find Valko's files in the 6.0 update, which is why it was so big for it only being a kitchen and a photo booth update. But my personal opinion on that is, of course, I think Valko would still be in the files because I don't think Infold would have personally had enough time. You know, I just don't think, yeah, ADHD's just kicked in. A lot of people I know personally, and a lot of people I've been speaking to about this, are kind of mixed opinions with Valko. And I think the reason for that is just simply we never got to meet him in game. Like, some people that I know were saying that they kind of got a bit put off by him because he was coming across as a very clingy character and things like that. And I just want to make sure that we reiterate this, especially on this particular channel. You are welcome to feel whatever you feel towards a certain character. If you don't like a certain character, just don't rip them down with everybody else. Like, of course, you can state your opinion in a friendly and respectful way, but don't go as far as the CN crazies did by reporting him to the government to try and get him taken down. Like, of course, I think the reason that Valko in particular is probably a very clingy character from what we've seen from the trailers is because he's basically linked into the whole Omegaverse thing. Now, I've got very limited knowledge on that, and I'm hopefully going to be doing some sort of collab with my mod Chris with regards to this one. But essentially, I want to reiterate that whether you choose to continue playing the game as normal, play the game and not spend like I've been doing, or if you want to go down the whole uninstall the game and never touch the game again until they bring Valko route, that is your decision. You have to set your own boundaries with this, and I am personally never going to judge you for doing what you think is right. Now, is it right to, for example, go after Silas and Caleb because Valko's not there, being like, oh well, if we can't have Valko, you can't have Silas and Caleb? That's wrong, and I will discourage that behavior. But I can understand why people are upset. Emotions are still running high. Infold's extended silence is unfortunately not helping our ease or nerves in any sort of situation, but I do genuinely think they probably are in a position where they can't make a statement right now, because once Crisis PR hits, as Nikki very well explained in her video with Love and Chick Space, which we reacted to recently, once Crisis PR kicks in, marketing take a step back and legal become involved. And legal saying anything right now could potentially open them up to accepting accountability, especially in the case where they have to go down a legal route of suing. Especially if it's, for example, someone who's quite influential. So I can understand why Infod are still quiet at the moment. It's frustrating, I know, and I'm just as frustrated as the rest of you, but we do need to just bear this in mind. And, you know, again, you're allowed to talk about Valko in a negative light. You're allowed to say, look, I get why people are upset, but Valko's personally not my type, and I can understand that, and you're, again, entitled to your own opinions. I would just ask that when we're talking about this in comments, especially on my videos, can we just please be respectful and kind to each other regardless? Because just picture it for a minute. If, say, for example, Valko got removed and then he got brought back and then it got taken away again, and then next Info decided to take Caleb out because he was too controversial, what, you would not be happy about that, because, you know, you're basically ripping away someone else's love interest for the sake of your own, and we're not about that here. We're really not. But there's been a lot of other kind of things going on as well with regards to, like, you know, people setting boundaries of the game and things like that. So every time I make a video talking about the Valko situation, something fucking changes, which is why I've been so quiet, because it's like, I want to talk about the situation, but I just can't keep up with how quick things are progressing. And, like, for instance, you guys asked me to watch Calvin Winter's video. Okay, I just realized I don't actually need my headset so I can actually let my ears get some bloody air. So, Calvin Winters made a video with regards to the China official statement on Valko, and I believe, if I remember from that reaction properly, that was made on the 8th of July. I recorded my reaction to it. It ended up being over an hour because, of course, I kept pausing and rambling and talking, like, you know, as I do. And then I had to take a couple of days off because, one, I was really busy at work, and two, we had a heat wave start in the UK. Now, this heat wave is hitting us different. Like, for those of you who don't know, I'll very briefly explain it. Because the UK is surrounded by water, because we're an island, our country is very humid when it comes to heat, which means it's like a wet heat, it's not a dry heat. And our homes in the UK were built with insulation, so a lot of the heat is staying indoors, which basically means that our homes are turning into living saunas. And you guys might actually be able to hear it in the background right now. I have got my fan on. It's on the lowest possible setting so it doesn't mess up with the audio too much, but I cannot sit here and record for any more than 30 minutes before I start dripping in sweat, and it's really uncomfortable. Like, just putting makeup on this morning was a struggle. So this is very basic makeup for me, to be fair, and this eyeliner is actually from yesterday, but it's really hot and we're not built for the heat. And our homes do not have air conditioning because our homes are too old, and a lot of us are renting and can't afford an air conditioner. People like me, for example. So I have been personally really struggling to record videos these last couple of days. So I have literally been, just potentially been too much information. I've been looking at videos for next month because I was always intending for August to be a double upload month. I just held back on the announcement because I personally was worried about the heat wave being too much. So I decided to just take a step back, and with everything with Valko as well, of course. I wanted to take a step back and see how we were feeling as a community before making that announcement. But honestly, the truth is, I think you guys need that little something to look forward to right now. And at the risk of sounding really horrible saying this, with Valko being cancelled, now's a really good time to emphasize on what we've currently got and that being at threat. And plus, the more videos that I can make about lads, the more awareness I can raise about Valko with the disclaimer at the beginning. And, you know, me and the other content creators, we are still fighting for you as much as we can. I know Gotcha and Angel are doing amazing jobs of covering what's going on. I did see Angel did release a video recently with regards to the situation, so I have been considering not releasing the reaction to the Calvin Winters video and then just reacting to Angel's video and then posting that immediately. I don't know yet. I'll be interested to let me know what you guys think in the comments. But with regards to double upload month, I really think that you guys just need something to keep us going right now. I certainly have been using YouTube as a distraction because of the Valko situation, because it's gonna sound ridiculous because, you know, it is a game, but Love and Deepspace is a very big part of my life, and you know, Valko was kind of that breath of fresh air I definitely needed, and I know that a lot of people felt the same way. And you know, there's so much fan art going out for him. I've actually made a commission for him for my stream stuff, you know, that sort of thing. And I genuinely, I miss him. Like, we never even got to meet him, and I already miss him so much. Like, I love a nerdy geek who's incredibly affectionate and like all the nuzzling. Yeah, that's my sort of man. Hello, I married an American who is also very much like this. And the general gist of the situation, for me at least, is just the fact that, very simply, I feel very down at the moment, and I need someone to pick me back up. I think we need something for you guys to get picked back up over, and that's why I decided to do a double upload month. Now, I'm not going to go into full details as to what I'm planning because I want to keep a lot of it a secret, but one thing that I will say is we are going to be bringing a lot of emphasis back on the previous videos that I've made on Love and Deepspace prior. So I will actually reveal one thing. So on my birthday this year, I don't know if I'll be able to do a stream because me and Kate are going to be going out to go visit my family. Now, my family live quite a big amount away, in particular Mama and Papa Mim. So Mama and Papa Mim lives quite far away compared to us, and me and Kate both don't drive in the UK, at least not right now. So us going to see them is very difficult. So we are going to be getting a train, which means I've got to be on the train at 6 a.m. in the fucking morning on my birthday. So not particularly happy about that, but you gotta do what you gotta do. And I don't know what's happening on my birthday yet. Kate's planned it. All I know is that we're going out for a meal. That's the only thing that I know. So, and I've also been told not to wear anything too fancy and not wear heels. Not that I would anyway, because I would fucking break my legs, knowing me. But I've just been told to wear something comfortable. Now, hopefully, weather depending, should be cool enough to wear jeans. Hopefully, because this heat wave is now going on for past over 2 weeks, and yeah, not been fun. So I was planning on making, or do you guys remember a while back I made a ultimate stylist montage? For the last 2 to 3 months I've been working on a new one, and unfortunately I can't keep up with the amount of new videos coming in. So my backup plan was either the updated stylist montage or like a journey through Love and Deepspace, as in going through from like my first ever videos on the game to my most latest videos as of that date. Again, I failed to realize how many videos I've made on this bloody game at this point. So now I'm a bit stumped on what to do. So I'm coming up with a new plan for my birthday. I think Chris said she might be planning something, or her behavior is at least referencing that she's probably planning something, because obviously last year, if you guys know, you would have seen my really emotional reaction to all of you giving me birthday messages, and maybe I will let Chris decide that. I don't know if I'm going to be streaming on my birthday yet though, or if it'll be the day after. We'll find out. But essentially, it's been so bloody hot, it's been so busy here, I've just not been able to keep up with YouTube demands. And then let's not forget that Luzio dropped recently, and of course you lot being fucking horny picked the Lingering Lust outfits. So I've now had to go ahead and start re-recording every single fucking Kindled, which I don't know if you guys quite realize this, but those videos take me days to do, because it's not just the case of, oh yeah, get the Kindled, that's it. Some of these characters have got well over 30 Kindles, like especially the OG 3. Some of the Kindles have got multiple endings, like for example the Beach banner, Catch 22, or they've got different dialogue options. So it takes me a lot longer than you guys think it does. Then I got to edit it all. Then I got to put them in a certain order. So for example, you're not, you know, they're kind of together, especially if they're like a myth pair. And oh my god, don't get me wrong, I enjoy doing them, but they take me a very long time. So I've been kind of doing that on and off the last couple of days. That's like really the only content that I can kind of do. I just realized I got a bald patch coming. That is not good. I am definitely starting to show my age. I'm 27 on the 4th of August. I'm 27 nearly. Oh god, I have better things to be doing in my life. But genuinely, I've been really enjoying covering like the Valko content recently, and I know it's going to be hard, but we just need to keep pushing. I personally, if you were to say to me, hey Mim, what's your current thoughts on the situation right now, my answer would be, it really sucks, but I am holding out hope that they'll bring Valko back, especially since it seems to be going in a positive direction over on the CN side. But until we have anything confirmed for certain, we just simply do not know. And unfortunately, I think if we're going to get a reply, it'll be by the end of the month, but I would not be surprised if it takes longer. I'm not putting personally, I'm not putting a deadline on it, and I don't think putting a deadline on this situation is healthy, because especially if legal are involved, these things can take months to sort out. So, you know, I just really have been thinking a lot, kind of trying to set up my own boundary for the game. Being my boundary right now is I'm still playing the game, but I'm not spending. And not like I really had a lot to spend anyway, because as you guys know, I've been saving up for Kate's visa these last couple of years, which thankfully we have enough. Very big chunk of that is thanks to you guys, so thank you for that. You know, keeping my roof over my head so I can continue to record and be unhinged with my husband living with me. But what happens after, I don't know. I'm still kind of figuring everything out, and I still do want to cover other games as well. Like we've been making quite a big amount of progress in Baldur's Gate 3, which by the way I'll get the next episode out for that shortly. But like there's just a lot to think about and a lot to consider. And you know, if you want me to still release my reaction to the Calvin Winters video and things like that, even though it's going to be severely outdated at that point, please let me know and I will try to focus on getting those out. But I do want to start kind of extending out and reaching out to other creators and trying to either establish collab opportunities or at least just build a friendship with these people. Because at the moment, the content creator I'm the closest to would be Nathan Tani. Which obviously Tani is my streaming wife, and then Nate Doggo, he's kind of going into like voice acting, and he also does like fighting games and things like that. So I would like to be able to really be friends with other content creators, but the problem is I'm just a shy little bean. I'm too scared to reach out to people, unfortunately, and when I do, I send a message and then immediately delete it because I think I've worded it incorrectly. Oh dear. But anyway, that's kind of all. I'm coming up to the point where I'm starting to get too hot to record anything further, so that's kind of what I wanted to cover. Let me know what you guys want for double upload month, because I will be working really hard to catch up and do especially some backdated content or finish off some series that I have not finished yet, because yeah, that's genuinely a thing. But I will put the links to the petitions again in the description and in the pinned comment underneath. So if you haven't already, go sign the petitions to go get Valko back. We have done really, really well. And the fact that as a community globally, we've done positive things rather than negative things is something that we can all be proud of. And even if Valko never comes back, that's something that can't be taken away from us. But anyway, let me know where your kind of thoughts are, and if you have anything you want to ask me, please feel free. I'll be replying to comments over the next couple of days, but it is too bloody hot to be recording right now. Like, this weather's ridiculous. Like, we Brits are not built for this. And now on that note, I'm gonna go off and get something nice and cold to drink and put this fan on bloody full blast. See you later, guys. Bye.